She always got waggling, waggling. So she stayed into it.
10 o'clock in the morning, that ain't.
10 o'clock in the morning, she get into it, right? Yeah.
Yeah. What's going down, Kilo?
Hey man, the same thing, you know, we trying to get our grind back on and man, crank that A-Town up with all the good spirits that belong there, you know?
All right.
We got kids up in this thing like this show. We got that boy Crap Keys up there, man.
Crap Keys.
You know we trying to stay alive. We trying to eat, baby. What's happening?
Not much. Now, I just want to ask Kilo, like I asked everybody, man, well, first off, you know what I'm saying, how it feel to be out, you know what I'm saying, doing what you're doing right now?
Hey, man, you know, as always, freedom is the best thing that we all try to strive for, you know. Those of us who don't know what it is to enjoy freedom, you know what I'm saying? Some brothers can't even detail you what it is about freedom that they enjoy. But you know what I'm saying, I'm able to tell you what I enjoy, you know. I enjoy beautiful days like this, man, the smell, the sounds of the birds, man, you know, it's all good. But you know, to answer your question, man, I feel good. You know, I can't cry. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never did no cry, baby, so I don't do no crying, you know, and I can't cry. I love being home, love being in Atlanta. That's what's up.
That's what's going down. Now, what got you really you know what I'm saying, as far as in the bass game? What got you doing bass music?
Actually, the bass movement was just starting up, you know what I'm saying? I think Luke was before me, but it was a Miami sound that they had on the bass sound. You know, all bass is not just Miami bass sound. I think we originated the bass sound in Atlanta, you know, starting with Kilo, you know. Sense and Effect had a thing, but they didn't do no rap on it. You know, when they first came out with a thing, they didn't put a rap on that thing, but it was a bass song. So, you know what I'm saying, we all got to start that ADE. I was digging that ADE when I was a young kid. That Clay D was hard. That Magic Mike was hard. You know, it was a lot of DJs who was doing that type of stuff. And you know, that Planet Rock was, you know, always, you know what I'm saying,
that's
a skeleton.
Yeah,
it's a skeleton of bass, you know, and that's from up north. So you know what I'm saying, that's from York. You know what I'm saying? So you know that skeleton, it has always been there. It has always been, you know, riding like that. You just feel in what you want to do around that, you know? So I would say that, you know, Planet Rock was one of my first ideas when that bass thing. You heard a little something, that Luke thing, you know, they had their thing, you know, but I really didn't follow that, but I went in that direction. It was nice.
Okay. Now, bringing us up to date with everything that's been going on, how did DJ Kizzy Rock get you and Sammy Sam on the track?
Oh man, you know Kizzy always been the type that he's full of steam, you know what I'm saying? And he's filled with you know, realistic. He's a realistic person. He always stay, you know, grounded in his and being realistic. So you know, he jumps up, he's hyped when I'm out for like 2 or 3 days, you know, and Kizzy like, hey, well, I'm trying to catch up with you, where you at? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I'm at the studio, you know, we usually bounce in on each other, you know, anyway, you know what I'm saying? And so he bounced up in there, he's full of energy, he has a track in his hand, he's like, okay, just get on this thing, get in the booth, let bang, bang, bang. I'm like, hey, he's like, yeah, I know you can do it, I don't wanna hear no talking, let go, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I bounced up in there and did my little thing, and the sound was closely getting out, you know what I'm saying? So it was just on them, you know, the record was a toss-up record. Like I say, we always been the type of team that piggyback ride each other, you know, we at the crib, you know what I'm saying? When you at the crib, that's like anywhere you go, brothers at the crib, so, you know, you're like, yeah, I'm gonna get your shoes out. If I can wear your shoes, I'm gonna get them. I'm gonna have your shirt on. Mama, tell mama on me, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you're gonna do. But you know, I was good. It was good. It was good movement for me. You know what I'm saying? I have some brothers from that decade, from that type of spirit, to even want to deal with you. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, stay humble, stay grounded, and, you know, realize that some people still want to deal with you. You know, a lot of people want to see people come back from rehabbing. A lot of people want to see people come back from their downfall. Then a lot of people don't. And you know, when you do see those people come back, still offer your extent of your love and your hand to people who you see as junkies. You know, we are naturally addictive species, and I always say that you know, no matter what we do, we're gonna get addicted to that, and in some form of fashion. You could point out a human being's addiction. You know, so
Exactly.
you can point out a person's addiction in some form or fashion.
I mean, a person might like to motherfucking eat.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's an addiction. That's an addiction.
And
You know what I'm saying?
Like gas.
Some people like gas.
Gas in it.
You know what I'm saying? So it's an addiction. Everything's an addiction. So
Right.
you know what I mean? So
But when I want to express to people out there, when you extend your hand to those whom fallen and they get back up, try to or even attempt to get back up. Hey man, extend a little bit of yourself for that. And even if they let you down, you extend it yourself, because we all say that we want to see people do better. But extending a hand is a whole different method. You know, that's a whole different lesson. You know, so the brothers come out and they extend a hand. You know, they've been here. You know, I've been there and back. You know what I'm saying? My journey, my destiny in life is maybe different from others. You know what I'm saying? So I got to go down there and get it. I had to go down there and get mine. You know what I'm saying? Like
Exactly.
I say, you know what I'm saying? I ain't crying, because it's good brothers down. I met a lot of spirits down there that float with me to this day. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't crying. I ain't crying. Yo.
Exactly. It's life. So how was your adaptation like coming back out? How was it? You know, was there any big changes for you, or did it seem like you was in the future, or you know what I'm saying?
You know what, man? You know what? It's a caveman effect. You know, when I get out, I'm like feeling a caveman effect.
Okay.
Like, what is this? What is this?
Exactly.
You know, what is that? What is that? You know, I'm the type of person. I'm a grateful person, and so I try to take my time in anything I do. Like moving back into the world, moving back into society, and moving back into the free world, quote unquote. I'm taking my time, you know, getting the internet, getting to know, you know, texting, getting to know your internet feeling, getting to know how easy it is to go from this point to that point, and you know what I'm saying, and getting to know, you know, how easy it is to work the system again, you know what I'm saying. The music business has changed drastically. Everybody and their mama is talented now. Everybody with a laptop got a studio, and you know, everybody's a producer and stuff like that. So, you know, I'm a pioneer of, you know, that type of idea. I did that. It's an old idea. It's still up to date, you know what I'm saying? Old idea, people still just tackling it, you know, so. But to answer the question, yeah, okay, man, you know what I'm saying? And I enjoy it. I do my time like that, you know what I'm saying? When I was incarcerated, I didn't try to keep up with, you know, the outside world, because I get my lessons from this point. Wherever I am, we get my lesson from that point and step out. I stepped off like, remember that pimp from what's that? I'm gonna get you something. Oh yeah. Yeah. Hug it, man. I stepped out that thing like, hey. You know, so you know, it's all good. Ain't no shame in that, man. That's who I am. And that's what I'm gonna be, you know what I'm saying? The statue of that time, those periods, man. And we all gonna have to, I face up to mine, you know? And for, you know, it was nice to see a lot of things. Now, one thing that was new to me was the way the economy of Atlanta has boomed up so much, you know, and that natives are suffering so much up under that, you know what I'm saying, you know, because it's always been like that, northern areas or Detroit or Chicago areas, you know, people, you know, paying $1,500, $1,400 for apartments or whatever, bang, bang, bang. Down here, you get 3 bedrooms for $750. So, you know what I'm saying, to live good. So now it's compressed, that feeling is compressed, and everybody got to tighten up, you know what I'm saying? If you ain't tightening up, then you ain't gonna survive down here. It ain't no in between no more. It's if you're doing it or you ain't. You know what I'm saying? You either
got it or you don't.
You either got it or you don't.
The have or the have not.
Hey man, women know rims and stuff now. And when we was riding rims and doing stuff, and you know, girls like, long as they were chrome, you know what I'm saying?
They
now
get some 10s.
Now you pull up a girl like, oh man, I ain't number some 27, 25, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I married the type on you one time. You know what I'm talking about?
You know, she pushed, you know.
Exactly.
But, we doing it up, man. We got with Craft them, you know what I'm saying, their production team. I'm opening up Mafia Over Sapphire is my new company. Y'all can catch me online at KiloAli.com. And my Facebook is, as everybody know, is Andrell Rogers, Andrell Kilo Ali Rogers. I just opened a second Facebook. That thing fooled up. I say, everybody, thank y'all for hitting me up and messing and coming on there with me, fucking with me, man. Fuck with me sometime, man. Got a new album up online, Hieroglyphic.
Hieroglyphic.
The Hieroglyphic The Hieroglyphic album, you know, so I just did this. I did this to really put the voice back on point, put the voice back in the game. You know, I gotta adjust to what people doing now, but I wanted to keep a classic Kilo, one of these classic Kilo before we get started. So a lot of people might say that, you know, I rushed the album or something like that, but I want to do this one first to get me, you know what I'm saying, get it secluded me from beating on chain gang walls and beating on being alone in the rooms and stuff like that. I want to give a part of that. And if it sounds, you know, different from what's going on now, it's what your sight is before being, you know what I'm saying, admitted to.
That's personal.
Yeah, it's personal. And, you know, but being admitted to society again. So I keep hieroglyphic, and I'm saying hieroglyphic ancient Egyptian writings and stuff like that. So, you know what I'm saying, this is me, Kilo. I was 7 rapper out of Atlanta, so, you know what I'm saying, that's what I'm doing. I'm keeping that one. We're going to do some big boy hits. We're going to make something happen, and people going to go back and check for that one when they get the groove. You know what I'm saying? I always wrote before my time. You know what I'm saying? I've been a writer that's a little bit faster than my time, and though people don't want to admit that, but you know, some of the stuff that I'm doing like 20 years ago, 10 years ago, 13 years ago, you know, Stewie just did the Baby over, you know, that's 13 something years ago. So, you know, it kind of give me that Otis Redding feeling. So, you know, this is another Otis Redding feeling thing that's going on. Y'all check it out, man. They'll be sampling this in about 5 more years or something like that. They'll find something that they like about it in a couple of years, but right now, you know, it's gonna be, you know, out of the zone for a minute.
That ooh wee is a classic though already. 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 I see that in all the European clubs and all the goddamn on strip clubs. I mean, I mean, Nasty Girl. I see.
Really?
Yeah.
You know, I'm on this leg monitor. Get a shot of that thing right there.
Oh yeah.
So,
That's
that thing right there. I'm on this. So I really, when I'm going out, I'm going to concerts. I'm going studioing or something like that until like March 22nd. You know what I'm saying? I'll be ready to jot in again. But right now I'm enjoying, you know, my little house arrest thing, man. Being I've come this far. You know
okay.
Other than that, you know, I'm cool. But you know, I haven't really time to exploit the clubs, get back into the scene and things. But I'm coming. I'm damn sure coming. I'm damn sure. I seen a little bit. I seen like the new shaky booty dance that the girl do. You know, the one leg thing, the thing where they do the bam, bam, bam. I like that thing. That thing precious. That's a nice look. That shit is precious, man. Like a motherfucker. I like that. I ain't really had a chance to just really meditate in the club, just sit there and chill like, you know, that usually happens, you know. So I'm trying to get that going on for myself.
Already. And we're gonna be back in a little bit right after this.
Okay.
Yeah.